Ага. Вот и все. Поехали. Начать путешествие. Да, завершающий, так сказать, этап стримов по Геншину. Стрим будет длиться чуть больше 3 часов. Задача сделать все, что у меня тут осталось. Кусочек сюжетки маленькой, а вот этого скучнейшего события у меня остался. Вот это вот. Интересно, все уже открылось или нет? Возможно, пройду вот это. А может нет. Посмотрим по ходу дела. Ну, для начала разминка. Нужно дейлики выполнить. Что тут у нас? Босс, испытания.
Something's come up?
Sounds good to me.
I can't wait any longer! Give me a moment to compose.
Time to go. Into the wind. Clouds high. The bird.
Think you can get away? Brace yourselves.
The wind knows me.
Incoming! Wouldn't gliding be faster? Time for takeoff. Here we go. Out of the frying pan. Cut to the chase. Don't blink.
Привет. Наверное, будем ближе к полуночи. Скорее всего, буду стрим по разу включать.
Into the wind.
Nice and spicy. Speed of light.
One with nature.
With sword comes shadow.
Вечер добрый. Игра слишком громко. Так. Сейчас исправим. Вот так нормально?
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Yeah. 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 Wouldn't gliding be faster? Brace yourselves. Out of the frying pan.
Into the wind.
Incoming. Hey. Nice and slick. Don't blink. Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Привет. Может быть, но в любом случае 3 часа. Чтение диалогов, не чтение. Пока точно сказать невозможно.
Ad Astra.
Так, гейминг-блог. Фазму я сегодня ближе к
Thank you for
полуночи
completing today's
планирую стрим.
commissions.
Если не будет, то тогда завтра будет вечером по фазме. Да что скачивать? Главное аккаунт Геншина подключить к Твичу и все.
Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go.
Ну, можно не играть, а просто подключить. Хотя там условия есть. Надо аккаунт до какого-то определенного уровня докачать. Привет, охотник.
will protect you. Make sure to keep up. For justice. Need my help as usual? You can't run! Leave it all to me. Pew pew! Ring cutter! Judgment! Lights out. Yeah! So you know your stuff, huh? Yeah! Look at you! Yeah! You can't run! No, my sword! Shiver! Steadiness! Hit judgment!
Дают маловато, но да, лишним не бывает. Каждая мелочь может пригодиться. Ага.
Outlines your... You can't run! Leave it all to me. Judgment! Yeah! Ring cutter! Lights out. Judgment! No, my sword! Shiver! Witness the power! Yeah! Yeah! You can't run! Hit judgment! Rain outlines your... Punishment! Yeah! Ring cutter. Leave it all to me. Look at you. Yeah. Judgment. Yeah. No, my sword. I'm a rock. Judgment. Shiver. Witness the power.
С под ульты улетели, зараза.
finds your fit. Can't handle your dream.
Привет.
Pew pew. You can't run. Punishment. I'm a rock. Steady as stone.
С каким? В интернете по первой же ссылке подробный гайд есть. Квест несложный. Там просто бегать туда-сюда надо. Так, сейчас. Берется квест здесь. А он в совместке будет работать или нет? Просто некоторые квесты блокируются, если совместный режим включить.
Let's go. Time is against us.
All right, let's head off.
Just sharpen my spear. Didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Another test subject. Free!
Think you can get away?
The wind knows me.
Incoming. Into the chase.
The wrong test subject.
Here we
The wrong
go.
test subject.
Into the wind.
Hey! Over here. Time for takeoff. Don't blink.
Ох, переключается на этих мошек.
One with nature. One with wind and cloud.
Think you can get away? Speed of light. With sword comes shadow. Blink, don't blink. Hey!
Анемарт на гидроурон. Это прекрасно. Так, здесь все. Здесь все. Ага. В теории можно, но свою я уже всю слил. Так. Куда здесь? Подождите 2 дня.
Lisa said that the Knights of Avonius would help us get ingredients for Razor's wine, right? They should probably be ready by now. Let's go check.
Come take part in the Knights of Avonius's charity event.
Paimon wonders how Razor's class has been going. Sucrose, wait!
Реально всех персонажей
Paimon,
покажут.
please stop her. Whoa, you scared Paimon! What's gotten the two of you so worked up?
Sucrose and I agreed to present the wine ingredient to you together. But when she heard that Razor will be showing up, she insisted that she won't spend a moment longer here than she has to.
I'm not good at dealing with strangers. Anyway, as long as the ingredient gets into the right hands, that's all that matters.
Oh, that won't do. We worked on this together, and we should present it together. I can't take credit for what you did.
It's not about the credit. Wait, so does this mean the Knights of Avonius's ingredient is a product of bioalchemy?
Yes, it's a quadruple sweetness sunsetia.
Quadruple sweetness? But aren't regular ones sweet enough as it is? Also, why a sunsetia?
Okay, let me give you the full story. I love the scent of wine, and after reading up on the art of winemaking, I have grasped some of the key principles. In short, whatever ingredients you use, it's essential to include something sweet. In an attempt to select the most suitable ingredient, I gathered samples of all the sweet plants and fruits I could find in the Mondstadt area. Then, I tried them all in turn and took detailed notes. I also factored in the differences between the same ingredient grown in different locations. For instance, sweet flowers from Springvale are a little sweeter than those at Cape Oath.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of work.
It was no problem at all. Just my duty as a maid of Favonius. The chance to source the Defender's will on behalf of the Knights of Favonius is a huge honor for me.
Noelle, your eyes are sparkling. But Paimon thinks it could be because of Lisa's brainwashing.
Anyway, I was worried that my evaluation would be too subjective if only I were involved. Thankfully, I ran into
Столкнулся.
Sucrose the other
Ошибка в
day on her
диалоге.
way out of the lab.
В реплике точнее.
What is it, Sucrose?
I just remembered why I left the lab that day. I was supposed to go and fetch some lab equipment we imported recently.
Oh.
Uh-oh. That look on your face seems to say you forgot all about it and have been in the lab this whole time.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh.
Don't worry about it. It's my fault, really. I'll go and see Marjorie about the equipment shortly. Carry on, Noelle.
Oh, okay. Anyway, Sucrose is a true professional when it comes to this kind of research. I showed her my list, and she made some extremely valuable suggestions.
Please, you don't need to go out of your way to compliment me. Noelle filled me in on the background of the whole situation. I was moved to see how seriously she took this task, even though she'd never even met Razor before. However, none of the potential ingredients she had identified were perfect candidates, in my opinion. What we needed was a fruit high in sugar and easily fermentable. After a final look at Noelle's list, I picked the Sensetia sample from near Cider Lake as a basis, with a view to improving it. Using bioalchemical techniques, we were able to amplify the sweetness, then conduct a few tests to compare the results against the benchmarks.
Watching Sucrose work on an experiment when she's in the zone blew me away. Such focus and determination.
I already said don't compliment me. Anyway, the result of our research is the Epsilon Series Tetrasweet Sensetia, variation 63. And it's finally ready. The sweetness has been verified through rigorous testing, and the size and color are both optimal too. Noelle shortened the name to Quadruple Sweetness Sensetia. Unfortunately, it can't be produced on a very large scale under the current conditions. But as long as we have enough for Razor. Traveler, there's something else I'd like to share with you. Growing up, I was lucky. I was never the best at dealing with other people, but my parents never placed any expectations on me. They never said to me, "You need to be more sociable," or anything like that. They just said I should do what I enjoy. So, I'm well aware that I'm one of the lucky ones. I haven't lived Razor's life, and I can't pretend to imagine what it must have been like. So, I don't know how much it will mean coming from me, but...
Oh, Sucrose.
Sorry, I am late again. Teacher forgot about the time. Kept talking and talking.
That's alright, we were just chatting. Whoa, deja vu. Paimon said the exact same thing 2 days ago. Wait a sec. Where did Sucrose go?
Wow, she disappeared the moment he opened the door. Hello, I'm Noelle, maid of the Knights of Favonius.
Hi.
Here's our ingredient for you. Oh, but I can't take full credit for it. I had help from an alchemist, but right now, she, Right, yes. It's a shame she couldn't be here to present it to you in person.
Smells like potion, nectar, and animal crystal fly, right?
Wow, nothing gets past your nose, does it?
This Sensetia is sweeter than ones I have smelled before. Clee said alchemy is amazing.
That's right. I hope that this sweet fruit will help you brew the sweetest wine.
Thank you all. When she has time, I want to thank her also.
Leave that to me. I'll figure out a way to persuade her to not work so hard all the time.
Okay, I will wait.
Alright, now that we have all the ingredients, we can finally start making the wine. For that, we'll need a barrel. Which, if by Noelle, we're gonna head off now.
Good luck with everything. See you next time.
Промазал.
Honorary Knight Razor over here! Look who it is! Wow, it's Diana! I'm always sure we'd run into you at the Cat's Tail stand sometime, but so far we haven't seen you all festival.
Ooh, traitors.
I'm so mad!
Klee told me the whole story. So, this bright idea was the brainchild of you two? How could you? Razor is Daddy's friend. Razor, you better promise me that you won't turn into one of those old booze hounds that drinks themselves silly, slumps over the bar, and bursts into tears.
I don't understand.
Sounds like there's been some crossed wires here. Klee, what exactly did you say to Diona? I told her that Razor's looking for his mommy with the Honorary Knight's help, and you both seemed really sad. But before I finished, Diona said, Klee, say no more. Okay. Paimon doesn't even know where to start. Diona, it sounds like Klee left out a few important details in the story.
So you're saying Razor wants to make the same wine that his mother and father once made? So he can learn more about them? You better not be making this up to try to pull the wool over my eyes.
Sorry, Diona. It was all Klee's fault for not explaining it properly. So, are you still mad? Or can you help Razor make the wine? I caught a bunch of fish for us to eat. And you can pack Dodoko too if you want.
I wasn't that angry.
Привет.
We're just trying to help. I understand. I just don't want Razor being led astray, that's all. That's why I may have raised my voice a little bit just now. Well, since none of you plan on drinking it, then I suppose I can help you just this once despite my reservations.
Криво составлено предложение. Как будто бы пить Рейзера. Никто не собирается пить Рейзера, значит, я могу вам помочь.
But I need you to know that I'm a mixer, not a brewer. So I'm used to working with the finished product. If you really want me to start with a bunch of raw ingredients, that's fine. But I can't make any promises about how it'll turn out.
Yay! Diona is the best!
Bunch of flatterers.
All done! That was quick! Now we just need to find a place to store it. We wait for a windier day. Does that mean we need...
Maybe windrise? Very windy.
Yep, if you say the word windy, that's the first place on every monster's mind. Cool! I want to come too.
I have to keep an eye on my foolish father, so I won't be joining you. Klee, come and play again some other time.
I will, I promise.
О. Главный алкаш.
What a curious coincidence meeting you here.
Don't get bored. What are you doing here?
Well, I awoke to the most magnificent aroma in the air. After following the sweet scent of fresh fruit to its source, this...
Yeah, the fruit are super fresh and super duper sweet. I can smell it as well.
Yes! Oh, I remembered something important. something that you have to do before sealing the barrel and bury.
What? We missed something?
Razor, do you still remember the scent of that half bottle of Thousand Wind wine?
Yes, there was.
And with very good reason, too. The source? This.
Dandelion seeds?
You're familiar with dandelion wine, right? Well, the people of Mondstadt believe that the wind can bring back the soul. Dandelion seeds are like living gemstones, formed from the first wisps of wind in the year. People add them to the mix the memory of that moment is then stored in the wine for all time. So, Thousand Wind wine is the original dandelion wine.
Whoa!
That's so cool! So now our story will be made.
As for why it always has a different scent, well, that's because people have the freedom to include whatever ingredients they want.
What is it, Razor? What you thinking about?
In Mother and Father's wine, I can smell dandelion seeds, but I don't know what else. In my wine, I still don't understand my mother and father. Everyone has done so much. Farka, Teacher, Clee, Bennett, Uncle Brown Cat, Cold Lady, grown up with fakes, Gray Tough Girl, person that smells like Animo Crystal Fly, Uncle Green Bard, Paimon, and Traveler. I remember everyone. Making wine is hard work. Making this wine needed everyone working together. Hard work with friends? Not so hard after all. I'm so happy. Thank you. Friends are also Lupical. Whether I'm human or I'm wolf, it doesn't matter. From now on, all of us are together. When I grow up, we will come back here and...
What a magnificent monologue. Even as a bard, I don't feel like there's anything else to add. All that remains now is to bury the barrel and wait for the fruit to ferment.
We're finally done! Paimon feels like a celebration is in order. If Paimon remembers correctly, tomorrow should be Wind-coming day.
Wow! The animal god is coming home!
That reminds me. I haven't memorized the song for the toasting ceremony. Get a good night's sleep tonight. Wait for the whisper of the gentle breeze to rouse you tomorrow morning. Then come and enjoy a performance by the greatest bard to ever grace the streets of Mondstadt.
Так, дождитесь следующего дня. 10 часов. Завтра 10 часов.
Wind-coming day is finally here! Let's get a move on or we'll miss the toasting ceremony! Wow! So many people have shown up to welcome the Animal Archon! Huh? Why is everyone crowded around the Angel Share stand?
Tradition holds that the finest wine of the Vinelesa Fest only goes on sale after the Animo Archon has tasted it at the...
Ugh. So welcoming the Animal Archon back is just a means to an end for them, huh? What about you, Lisa? Are you here for Razor?
Yes, I was feeling a little concerned about him, but I just spoke with him, and he tells me that the winemaking went very smoothly. Such a relief. A glass of the festival's finest will go down smoothly now, too.
Wow, you too, huh?
Razor and the others are over there. You should go say hi.
Привет.
Hey, there you are.
Whoa! What's with all these bottles? selling your own homebrew now?
These are for Razor, from us.
Mommy said that everyone's welcoming the animal god today, and we need to give him some wine. If the animal god likes the wine, he'll turn into the wind, and we want the animal god to be happy, so he helps Razor.
This bottle is from my dad's. Luckily, I managed not to break it on the way here.
Mommy said that the animal god can drink a lot of wine. She said if he wanted to, he'd so... Do you think we'd have enough between these?
Ah, Green Bard.
Everyone, I am greatly honored to be able to be here today. I have been invited by Acting Grandmaster Jean of the Knights of Favonius to perform a piece for everyone. Thousand Wind Wine. It is some of the finest verse I know. I dedicate it to the wind and to everyone here with us today. Fill up the barrels and
Так,
store
это я
them
буду
away,
листать.
then wait. How does this fine wine taste to the tongue as Mondstadt to the ear like a sweet dream of freedom? And what are the fruits that went into the brew? A defender's will strong as yesteryear, joining the thousand winds in a song. Pray tell, what treasure does this barrel hold? 'Tis wheat's greatest triumph, the true liquid gold. As it flows from the keg, what sound drifts by? Wind chimes in the boundless immemorial sky. We raise up our glasses and voices in song as we wait for the wind to sing along. Where do we turn once the thousand winds take flight? To the tales of the lyre, to the sweet dream of tonight.
Dear friends, let us now open the wines.
To the Animal Archon!
To the Animal Archon.
There's no wind.
Don't feel sad, Klee.
But why didn't he come? If the animal god didn't come home, is it because he doesn't like the wine we brought for him?
Of course not. You know, Klee, the wind isn't the only form that the animal archon can turn into. He can turn into anything. So today, he must have come back looking like something else.
Huh? Really? Maybe he turned into a Jumpy Dumpty!
Sure! Jumpy Dumpty it is! Hope you're listening, Animal Archon!
Razor, did the animal archon bring you a blessing?
Yes. I talked a lot with you all, and I learned a lot. Now, I am not afraid. I think that is a blessing.
Don't forget to save me a glass of your wine once it's finished fermenting.
Yes, we shared.
Yay! But now I'm getting...
We've all done a lot of talking. Let's go get something to drink, shall we?
I heard that the Angel Share is selling a new drink called Fruits of the Festival.
I want some! I want some!
Okay, everyone, let's go. Klee, listen.
The wind! The animal god is coming!
Take this, crush it, and place it on the fracture. Listen, Missy. Promise me you'll live on.
This is where you must stay.
You are our only hope. Forgive me, Kaya.
Good, very good. That's my boy. I will always be proud of you.
After all the time we spent on it, the wine still isn't ready. May as well leave it for our son.
Razor. What do you think of that name?
Oh, an adventurer's name. Yes, I like it.
Razor? Razor! Come on!
Try the best wine in town.
Мгм. Так, здесь все пройдено наконец-то. Так, теперь следующее.
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to see.
Ясно. Ага. Тут больше этапов, значит. Сегодня только 3 получится. Так, по времени что у нас? 50 минут. Ага, наград больше. Вместо 60 — 70. О, я вспомнил. Так не хочется этим заниматься. И нельзя всех случайным образом расставить. Да, знаю, что легко, но расстановка все равно какая-то геморная. Будем тупо рандом. М. Мгм. Так, дендра сюда. Дендра сюда. Так, гидроурон. Ладно, посмотрим. Если что, потом подкорректирую.
Nice and spicy. Eat this. Speed of light.
Another test.
Как-то медленно очки набираются.
Incoming. You're toast.
А,
Nowhere to hide. Let's play. Time for takeoff.
Do your worst.
We shall. Just like we rehearsed. Go. I let my guard down. Ring cutter. Germinate. Ha. Ja. 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 Ha. Ja. Ha. Ja. Ha. Propagate. Ha. Ha. Ja. Ja. Ja.
I'll uproot you. Enshroud.
Covenant of the Deep. Boom boom. Ha. Inadmissible up.
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call.
Incinerate.
One with nature.
Yikes.
Another test subject.
Wrap up the flame.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. Wind strike.
Boba, get them. With sword comes shadow. Speed of light. Hey, out of the frying pan into the fire.
Let's get down to business.
Nowhere to hide.
Yahoo! Think you can get away?
Time for retribution!
Grant us your blessing!
Write this on for size.
No, my sword! Witness the power!
Scatter. Spring forth.
How's this? Let's get down to business.
Allow me.
Let's nip that in the bud. How's this? One with the forest. Ha!
Billowing surge.
I'll uproot you. Can't see.
Boom boom!
Into the wind. Clouds high. Down the vert.
Inadmissible evidence! Motion to compel!
Time to go. One with nature. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Nice and spike.
Серебряные.
Get them. Eat this.
Let's play! Time for takeoff.
Против одного, ага.
Yield! We shall prepare!
Hi. Just like we rehearsed.
Time to act. Rain outlines your fate.
Germinate. Scatter.
Say no more.
Propagate.
Another test.
Covenant of the deep.
One with the forest. Let's nip that in the bud. Let's get down to business.
Incinerate! Breath of the flame!
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds.
Another test.
Boom boom!
Another test.
Nice and spike. Don't blink. Cut to the chase.
Yahoo! Think you can get away?
Time for
Куда
retribution.
бьешь?
Another test.
Grant us your blood.
Fallen amber. Help.
Do your worst.
Here to play with me.
No, my sword.
Scatter.
Day.
Let me weave you.
Propagate.
Let's get down to business.
Hold the line. Torrent, bring refuge.
I hear everything. Can't see.
Motion to compel.
Let's get down to
Time for your rape.
As one with wind and cloud. Into the wind.
Incinerate.
Let's get down to business. How's this?
Nowhere to hide.
Day. Let's get down to. Let's get down to.
With sword comes shadow.
yourselves. Time for takeoff.
Verdict is...
Another test subject.
Yahoo!
Let's get down to
Hear my prayer!
Write this on for size. Go!
Say no more!
Scatter! Spring forth!
Ring cutter.
Propagate!
Day!
Allow me! Covenant of the Deep!
One with the forest. Let's nip that in the butt.
Золотая пойдет. Мгм.
Cut to the chase!
Here we go. Think you can get away?
The depth's back. Cascade.
Yahoo!
You! Grant us your blessing!
Call it ambush! Help! Aye! Woo!
Rain outlines your fate. When
Scatter! Germinate! Thrust and rebuild! Billowing surge!
Can't see? I hear everything.
breath of the flame.
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call.
Boom boom!
Speed of light! With sword comes shadow. Eat this! Don't blink! Cut to the chase! Incoming!
Time for takeoff.
Kamisato up. Suiyu.
We shall prevail!
Yeah, just like we rehearsed!
Ring cutter.
Spring forth! Propagate! Torrent, bring refuge!
Enshroud. Let's nip that in the butt.
motion to compel. Inadmissible evidence.
Into the wind. Time to get fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Incinerate. Time for your rape.
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call.
At the frying pan. Nowhere to hide. Hey! Hey! Don't blink. Incoming. Cut to the chase. Don't think you can get away?
Привет. Посмотреть могу, но какой вообще в этом смысл, я просто не понимаю. Так, снова минус персонажа. Тебя. Так. Могу посмотреть.
Race you! Nice and spicy! You're toast! Nowhere to hide.
Хорошо, гляну. Сейчас пройдут это испытание. Где?
With sword comes shadow. Brace yourselves.
Your sins weigh upon your soul. You stand condemned. Your penance is due. Nowhere to run. Through me, justice is served.
Fallen Emma, help!
Так, это с первого раза не пройду. Слишком медленно бью.
Just like we rehearsed. Rain outlines your fate. Propagate. I must leave no. The fuse is lit. Here come the fireworks.
As a good knight should.
A festive reprise. Time for a light show.
Time to clean up. Steady as.
Inadmissible
my night! Time to go.
Motion to compel. Goba, get them! Hey, yeah! Don't blink.
Nowhere to hide.
Hey!
Speed up. Time for takeoff.
Futile! Judgment is upon you. You stand condemned!
No, my sword. Ring cutter.
Ha! Spring forth!
Leave it all to me.
Here come the fireworks!
Блин.
The fuse is lit!
Золотая, отлично. Тикс, тикс, тикс. Мгм. Нормально. Мгм. Урон взрыва стихий. Ясен ли мастерство качано? Почти все артефакты такие. Блин, неплохо. Здоровье.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
I created another universe and found.
Угу. Альбедо со своим мечом. Неплохо. Как на шанс-то крита везет. Все имеешь 50%. Правда, сила атаки маловато. Но он же тут не на силу атаки идет. Моя Синлин такая. Так, здесь у нас что? Ого. Смертельный бой. Копье. Это откуда оно? Не из боевого пропуска. М. Мгм. Тут все закрыл. Тут не все. И тут не все.
I'm all for work-life
У меня
balance.
из боевого пропуска только вот этот меч.
I think this is pushing it.
This realm is.
Пока.
If you ever have any questions.
Так. Иду. Здесь закончились. Здесь нужно ждать. Тайно пройду. Тут все закрыто.
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
should I do now? If only Sino was still around.
Excuse us. Has something happened?
Oh, I appreciate the concern, but who are you? Ah, friends of Sino! Well, I suppose it's not a secret or anything. Since you two are interested, I'll just lay it out for you. My name is Nabil. I'm a matra in the academia. A case involving the smuggling of canned knowledge has come to our attention recently, but unfortunately, we don't have the people to handle it at the moment.
Huh? You mean the academia is short on matra right now?
Well, not exactly. I suppose the main problem is that the case suddenly came up after General Mahamatra Sino left to go somewhere. It would be a real headache for us to tackle the case ourselves. Given the large scope of the issue, we talked things over internally and decided that we should find further assistance from outside the Matra. If you two have some time, would you lend us your strength?
Alright, since you asked so nicely, we'll help.
Yes, large amounts of canned knowledge from unknown origins have been appearing on the market recently. We suspect there's a secret route being used to move the capsules. According to some research, using large amounts of canned knowledge could lead to some serious consequences. And, unfortunately, most people have yet to realize that. Rumors also have it that some particularly dangerous canned knowledge has made its way into the market. Regardless of whether the rumors are true or not, this case calls for urgent action. According to our current leads, it's highly likely that there are dealers selling canned knowledge outside the city, even as we speak. If you two could, please help us investigate the area.
You can count on us! Let's go!
О, сундук. Привет. О, еще сундук. О, Сайна.
It's Sino! What are you doing here?
Ah, it's you two. I knew I sensed a familiar presence.
Да, настроение более-менее приемлемое, делишки нормально.
I'm currently in the middle of an investigation here. We'll have to chat some other time. There's been a recent case of canned knowledge smuggling. It seems that the smugglers are following an elaborate and dangerous scheme. I just happened to acquire some intel which led me here.
Hey, what do you know? We're also here to investigate that.
I see. Well, the situation might be more problematic than you anticipated. I've already questioned several people. Long story short, I was able to learn of the secret location where the canned knowledge is being sold. You're welcome to accompany me if you're interested.
Whoa, that sounds pretty complicated. But having Sino around will definitely make things easier. Alright, let's go round up those bad guys.
Да, финал стрим. Дальше возвращаюсь в стандартное русло. Я забыл, что с этой херней делать. Не, буду на Твиче, но уже, скорее всего, всякие фазмы. А, током бить, вспомнил, спасибо.
Let's go out and play. I won't hold you back. Time. Let's light it up. Don't blink.
Ты не туда.
It's a miracle.
Так, сундук забрал. Не то. Тебя.
Just sharpen my spear. Right hand into the fire.
One with nature. One with wind and cloud.
Think you can get away? Here we go.
Все. Я не успел все способности использовать. Они уже трупы.
That's everything. On to the next.
О, еще сундук. Угу. Я в тот же день все награды за дропы забрал. Запустил фоном, сам своими делами заниматься.
The wind knows me.
Speed of light.
Time for takeoff. Yahoo!
Почему не подгорел?
Don't blink. Hey.
Да.
You give, you receive.
Ладно, продолжаем. О, еще сундук. Я ж вроде их собирал. Почему до сих пор так много?
Want a taste of my hammer?
Fallen leaves adorn my...
Not bad, as far as treasure is
Ну,
concerned.
могли и добавить, а мог я и не дособирать их.
Is this all you got? Seems even less than last time.
What difference does it make? If you see something you like, buy it. If...
They've been cracking down on us lately, so we don't have much on hand. If you see something that catches your eye, then now's your chance. There's no telling when we'll have more.
What does the academia think they're doing? All right, I'll take these here. Let me see what else you have. I don't see any real gems in this batch. It's all pretty ordinary stuff. Whatever, how much do I owe you?
150K. Show us the Mora, and you'll get the goods.
Put the Mora down and your hands up.
It's Sino! When's he ever gonna let up?
Видел, что обнова в Ghost вышла. В Ghost Watchers. Но саму обнову не смотрел.
Hey, forget the goods! Let's split!
Кстати, после прошлого стрима по фазме я узнал, где находится последняя конфета. В общем, сегодня, если буду живым, ближе к полуночи продолжу собирать конфеты. Если они еще не закончились.
But don't forget the Mora!
Dun dun! Not so fast! You can't escape with Paimon on the case!
What is this? He's got backup now? Doesn't everyone say Sino works alone? I don't like the looks of this. Either way, it's gonna be a tough fight. Any ideas?
It's over. It's not like we're making a big cut anyway. I'm not losing my life here.
Huh? Did they really just give up like that?
just like the others I've cut. They're not deep in the circle, just dealers at the bottom of the chain. All right, I have one question and one question only.
The pickup location is different every time. The boss tells us where it's gonna be and that's it. We don't get a say in it. He sends someone every 5 days to bring us the goods.
And when is the next batch coming?
I don't know.
He's telling the truth. Honest. Normally, we should have received a shipment 3 days ago, but we didn't get anything. The stock we have right now is from 8 days ago, which is why there isn't much left.
I know exactly why they didn't receive their last batch. 3 days ago is exactly when I started my investigation. I suspect who's ever running this whole thing knew that I was coming. When you were trying to escape, you said something about me working alone. Where did you hear that from?
Are you kidding? We've known your name since day one in this business. The boss warned us to watch out and even gave us info about you. But here we are. I guess we never stood a chance.
They already knew all about me and were trying to avoid being detected from the very beginning. These small fries are the only ones they leave out in the open. And no matter how many we catch, it won't further our investigation. If only we had another lead. Like a merchant who sells large amounts of canned knowledge.
Huh? Oh, you mean someone like Dur...
Do you have a potential suspect? You'd...
Woo!
That's right. I won't turn a blind eye on any dangerous...
Oh! Sounds like we shouldn't ever let Sino meet Dory.
I see. Anyway, I'll think of a way to deal with these two and then continue gathering information. If you manage to learn anything, you can find me at Caravan Rebot. And as for you, I don't ever want to catch you buying canned knowledge again. If you possess any unused knowledge capsules...
Okay, I got it. Just keep your nose out of my business.
Hey, what's with the attitude?
What, you got a problem with that too? Listen, buying canned knowledge is a deal between two people, the buyer and the seller. We don't think about it. If the academia is hoarding something as convenient and useful like canned knowledge, then they must have been planning only to use it for themselves. Am I right?
The academia has clearly published the potential dangers of canned knowledge. I don't like having to repeat things. And besides, I'm sure you wouldn't listen anyway. I just hope you understand that your actions are what fuels the smuggling of canned knowledge. If I ever catch you again, I will personally see to it that you are punished. All right, Traveler. I need to go now.
Ha! You think you can scare me?
Traveler, why don't we go talk to Dory? She's got loads of connections and might be able to tell us something about all this. If Paimon remembers correctly, she's usually at the palace of Alcazar's array. Let's go!
Ну-ка. Пешочком добегу. О, зона увядания. Сначала займусь ей.
Nice and spiked. Incoming.
One with nature.
Think you can get away? Yeah, cut to the chase. Don't blink.
The wind knows me.
Привет.
Speed of light. Hey! Nowhere to hide.
Into the wind.
Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering?
Don't blink. Hey! Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Да куда ты стреляешь?
The wind knows me.
Так, где еще? На другой стороне.
Boba, get them! Incoming! Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Into the wind.
Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned. Boba, get! Don't blink!
Надо было не огнем, а гидро.
For justice.
Incoming!
Нет?
There's still a long...
No, my sword! Speed of light!
Как это активировать, я не в курсе. Действую чисто на обум.
I'll bring my season. Brace yourselves.
Где? И тут нету. Значит, проход снаружи. Не проход, а вот это. Или вот здесь. Вот. Так, вверх это сюда. Ага.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Thank Barbados. Wait a minute.
I see. So that's the latest scoop. Good thing you didn't rat me out. Otherwise, who knows where I'd have to be hiding to avoid attention. No idea. Sorry. I've already cashed out of the canned knowledge business. Huh? You mean you stopped selling it? That's right. With so much canned knowledge flooding the market, it was becoming impossible to fetch decent prices anymore. Besides, it seems that group of smugglers has practically taken over the market. It's a little rule of mine to never fight for a share of someone else's market. Plus, with regulations getting as tight as they are now, I figured I might as well just hang it up.
Aw, sounds like we came all this way for nothing.
Well, not completely. Granted, I don't know who's behind all the smuggling activity, but since you didn't sell me out, I'll let you in on what I do know. After all, those smugglers have really crossed the line, butting their way into the market like that. I hope their luck runs out soon so that I can take over. I mean, so that the industry can become more fairly regulated.
Hey, you just want to make more business for yourself.
Don't underestimate its value. Think about it. You can gain all sorts of knowledge while bypassing the troublesome process of studying. Naturally, of course, not everyone needs that kind of knowledge, but in a market as big as Sumeru, there is plenty of demand. Plus, the cost of production is relatively low, so even if dealers have to cover transportation costs, there's still an enormous profit to be made.
Then why does the academia prohibit selling canned knowledge?
Being able to gain complex knowledge and become a scholar with the snap of your fingers does sound like a dream, doesn't it? But everything in the world comes at a price, right? Gaining knowledge is a complicated process. It requires learning, thinking, and practice. Even when it comes to my own business, I have to go through a lot of preparation before I put anything out for sale. But with canned knowledge, one may simply skip all the hassle and get whatever they need to know immediately. That inherently leads to at least two potential problems. First, you'll accept the knowledge as factual without a second thought, and you'll find it very hard to forget. This means that if the knowledge is flawed, then it'll be very difficult to correct. And second, excess use of knowledge capsules over an extended time diminishes your ability to think. You'll end up becoming like a library that can only store knowledge.
Какое приближение.
Oh, that does sound pretty dangerous. Traveler, you used canned knowledge before. Did you feel any negative effects?
Of course, using it sparingly is not an issue, which is exactly why I used to sell it. It's just like how medicine can be used to cure diseases, but can also do harm when overused. It all comes down to balancing the right amount. Anyway, back to the point. There'll be consequences if the sale of canned knowledge by those smugglers is left unchecked. And what's worse, you're playing right into their hands by focusing only on the canned knowledge that's made its way into the market. As far as I know, their real purpose is to distribute information about the Court of Desolation. That's where the real business opportunity is.
The Court of Desolation? What's that?
Rumor has it that it's a site of ruins from the age of the Scarlet King. It's said that with the treasures inside, one can see beyond life and death. But any research of the ruins is strictly banned by the academia. Word on the street is that there'll be an auction taking place in the desert. They're auctioning rare canned knowledge, some of which is related to the Court of Desolation. Once I heard about the auction, I began to suspect that all the canned knowledge popping up on the market is just a diversion. I'd wager that their real target is the Court of Desolation. Because studying those ruins is not just a simple matter. It requires knowledge spanning several fields. So, if they're aiming to quickly assemble a research team, canned knowledge would be the best solution. As for the auction, chances are they're trying to attract and scout out anyone with interest or expertise on the subject. On the other hand, no one can say for sure that they will ever succeed in finding the Court of Desolation. So, they might as well just make a fortune while they're at it by hyping up the related canned knowledge at the auction.
Sounds to Paimon like we better head to the desert and see the auction. Who knows, we might find some leads there.
That's right. And now that I've shared all that valuable info with you, it's time to introduce our limited edition desert travel kit. It comes complete with a map straight to the auction location.
Лишь бы что-то продать.
As I said, I also have to make preparations before I sell things, right? Now, let me consider how much I should sell this for. I've got it! 500,000 mora per kit! That's quite the bargain. We'll even offer a 50% discount for little Paimon's travel kit. Only 250,000 mora.
What? That's super expensive!
No need to worry, little one. Sino's the one heading this investigation, isn't he? I'll be sure to bill all the expenses to him. All you'll need to do is tell him to go to the Merchants Guild and pay the bill once the mission is completed. Just, be sure to not send him directly here, though, okay? That would leave me completely in the open. I'm sure the former General Mahamatra of the Academia would never leave any debt unpaid. Oh, the Mora. I can see it already. Loads of shiny Mora coming Dory's way.
We'd better get going. If Dory keeps at it, we'll be out of Mora. We got news for you. What the smugglers are really after is a chance to research the Court of Desolation. They are hosting an auction in the desert to sell canned knowledge about those ruins.
The Court of Desolation. I won't ask how you came by this intel, but is it reliable?
We also heard that the Court of Desolation contains treasures from the time of the Scarlet King. Is that true?
Partially. It was a secret place built by a dark sect from the age of the Scarlet King. The ruins do contain treasures, but the place is also rife with unknown dangers. According to past research, one must forfeit their life as the price of entering. They are not some ordinary ruins, so the academia has strictly prohibited any related research. However, if they are using the canned knowledge as a way to move information and recruit researchers, then I suppose your conclusion does hold some validity. Less in recent years, but there are always those who attempt to do so, both inside and outside the academia. After all, legends claim that whoever obtains the treasures inside can see beyond life and death, or even resurrect the dead. Death is often the greatest grievance for many people. Though they're fully aware that the chance of these rumors being true are slim, they hold tight to such fantasies and pursue them regardless. That's why some continue to research it, regardless of it being a restricted subject. On top of, do you know where the auction is taking place? Good. We'll go investigate. But before that, we'll have to get rid of these people tailing us.
Huh? People tailing us?
That's right. Let's begin to leave town and see what happens. Don't worry. I'll make short work of them.
That's Sino for ya. But we can lend a hand too, you know.
Time for takeoff. Here we go. Don't blink.
Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned.
Hold it right there. Heading to the desert, are we? I would think twice if I were you.
О, и что, сундук? Не Джуба, блин. Не Джуба прочитал, а Дружба.
Who are you?
That doesn't matter. All you need to know is that someone wishes to inform you that it's not too late to turn back. You must be Sino. I've heard a lot about you. You've got quite a reputation. But this time you're in over your head. And as for you two, why bother sticking your noses in trouble that doesn't even concern you? Hmm?
That's right! We won't just sit back and do nothing!
Ha! Have you really thought it through? You're not just doing this for recognition, are you, Sino? My employer said that he's willing to compromise as long as you just walk away. He could, for example, reduce the amount of canned knowledge on the market. On top of that, he's willing to give you a cut of the profit. So you see, you get both Mora and a boost to your reputation.
Is that so? Well, I can't think of a reason why I'd accept. I've heard enough.
Sorry, no can do. We're getting paid to ensure you disappear. Since you won't turn back willingly, then we're gonna have to make you go back.
О, вы сами дали сыграть, хорошо.
That's close enough. Nowhere to run.
Блин, промахивает кончик. Заодно посмотрим, что у него в арсенале. Да, это копье я не получу. Печально. Угу.
Let's play. Here we go. Think you can get away?
Да, характеристику забыл. О, 100% шанс скрыть попадание. Сила атаки большая, говорит, урон большой. Как его вообще вкачать? Даже ульти не успел использовать.
Through me, justice is served. Your penance is due.
Блин, не всегда забивается, жалко.
This doesn't change anything. You're in over your head, Sino. There will be others coming for you. You'll regret it. Let's get out of here.
No need. Even if we apprehend them, there'll be little information to gain. I apologize for bringing you into this dangerous mess. Just being associated with me will inevitably cause you to become targets as well. You should be careful from now on. Sleep with one eye open.
Wait, hold on. There's no way anyone can sleep without closing their eyes.
You'd be surprised. Anyway, just be careful. They may even stay hidden in some dark corner for a very long time. Yes. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was carrying out a mission with one of my superiors. I didn't have much experience at the time. My superior was injured while protecting me, and we struggled to gain control of the situation.
Whoa! Who could have seen that coming? Was he okay?
He survived with a fractured wrist. It took 2 months for him to recover. But luckily, there weren't any further complications. His name is Taj Radkani, a very well-respected mod. Anyway, our mission will be dangerous. I'm already used to...
Don't worry, Paimon will stay alert. We'll see danger coming a mile away.
Good. Don't worry. It won't be long till we're at the bottom of this. And once this is all over, I'll sweep away any other hidden dangers.
Угу. 2 корабля у телепорта. Эх, сундук, сундук. Когда-нибудь я тебя заберу.
So hot. If only there was some shade for us to cool off under.
We still have a long way to go. so you'll need to hang in there for a while longer.
Okay. But don't you feel hot too, Sino?
Of course, but I'm accustomed to these conditions.
Care to share any tips? Paimon's about to melt away.
Just try to stay focused. Use your willpower to support your mind. The moment you start to give in is when you'll feel more tired. Take one step after another. Don't let your mind perceive your body's limitations. We must get somewhere safe before we can relax.
Okay, if you say so. But where would be a more safe place to rest? Paimon thinks this is a perfectly safe place to stop. Just look around, it's just sand and desert. There aren't any monsters for miles around. Whoa! Where did these scorpions come from?
Watch out. Something's not right about them.
Nice and straight. Time for takeoff. Speed of light.
Well, Paimon really didn't expect to see those here.
Those weren't just normal scorpions. See? There are marked numbers on their pincers. They were raised by someone. Someone doesn't want us to show up at the auction. These scorpions were sent to keep us away. We are surrounded by desert as far as the eye can see. If we were killed out here, nobody would ever know.
This place is super dangerous. Good thing we didn't let our guard down.
Something's not right. There are no roads in the desert, so how could they know where we are? Stay still. Here's the answer. It must...
Huh? What is it?
A miniature tracking device made by the Ksharawar. They can use this to discern your approximate location. But this device wasn't licensed for mass production. Where did they get it? Could someone from the Ksharawar also be involved?
Whoa! Paimon never knew that kind of thing even existed!
They probably planted it on the Traveler during our fight with the mercenaries earlier. It was a frantic fight. It's only natural you didn't notice the device.
С возвращением.
Well, good thing you were able to find it, Sino. Now let's get rid of it.
No. Hold on to it for now. It
Я
might
вижу
still be
сундук.
useful for us. Let's keep heading to the auction. It would be dangerous to linger here any longer.
А, это на пути. Ну ладно. Получится ли оббежать? Она была, есть, я не прошел до конца, в одном из ящиков на кухне.
Out of the frying pan, it's...
И где? Не вижу еще факелов. Это не птица. Это монстр. Не, это птица. Просто агрессивная птица. О, нашел. да, еще час.
You give, you receive. Booba, get them! Incoming! They're back again! How many of them are there?
Блин, тут сложновато подняться. Потом открою тут телепорт. Вот этих я все-таки заберу. Сменить теперь надо. На кого? Тебя.
May knowledge guide.
Не, не на тебя. На тебя.
Sounds good to me.
Да, жаль. Надо бы собраться просто. Все попропадали. О, нет места. Придется их добивать.
One with nature.
You're toast! Don't blink! Cut to the chase! Incoming!
Ну, я заболел, а Зося пропала. Она вроде бы писала вчера или позавчера. Я ответил, а она потом снова не ответила. Снова замолчала. Так. Крит урон. Крит и шанс. Защита. Мне было тяжело. Я только на стримы, так сказать, освобождался. Остальное время упорно болел. Так, почему неправильно отмечает? Сила атаки. Или процент силы атаки надо? Ничего стоящего. Никак не могу заменить кубок. защита. Ладно, продолжим.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
More companions!
Time for a light show!
Ага, тут порядок надо. Или не надо? Что за достижение? Общее, разрушьте, перекати поле. Я случайно уничтожил перекати поле.
I can't wait any...
Угу.
Is this where the auction is? Yeah, not a single soul. Maybe they're on break right now or something.
We didn't waste any time getting here after we defeated those mercenaries. They shouldn't have been able to give any warning of our arrival. But even so, they still knew we were coming. Someone here must have been watching the tracker.
Aw, what should we do now?
We searched the area. They couldn't have moved all the knowledge capsules so quickly. There might still be something left for us to find.
All right, let's take a good look around the area.
Did you find anything?
No, nothing in particular.
It's possible there weren't many knowledge capsules containing info about the Court of Desolation, but don't worry. I have another idea. You two start heading back the way we came. I will come back and meet me here after some time has passed. I'm sure something will come up by then. They packed up in a hurry and didn't have time to carry off all their goods. They won't just leave them here. Once they think we've left the premises, they'll be back to pick up their belongings. We just need to make sure the tracker goes far enough from here to make them assume that it's safe to come back.
Угу. Можно отслеживать спокойно.
Oh, Paimon gets it. We'll lure them out because they'll think we've left. Okay, we'll start heading away and leave this place to you.
Yes. And don't worry. If they dare to return, I'll make...
Пешочком пойду. Так, лучше взобраться наверх тут. сундучок. Правда, с предметом декора, но ничего страшного.
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
Speed of light! Hey!
Что это такое было?
Yahoo! Nice and spicy! You give, you receive. Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned.
Звезды какие красивые. Обожаю звезды, звездное небо. Заберу вас. Этого трогать не буду. Мне он не нравится. Куда назад? Заново. Куда ты полетела?
That's everything. On to the next.
Угу.
So tired. We've probably gone far enough now, right?
Я вижу бабочек.
Further? It's probably about time for us to head back to the... Let's go! Maybe Sino's finally found some leads.
Не успел. Ну ладно. Одну подобрал. Там где-то дендрокул, его нужно найти. под землей? Не, в воздухе. А вот вам, ребятки, кранты.
Think you can get away? Brace yourself. With sword comes shadow.
Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned.
With nature. Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
Incoming. Speed of light. Here we go. Nice and spicy.
The wind knows me.
Cut to the chase. Don't blink. One step back, two forward. Let's play. Out of the fry pit.
One with nature.
Incoming.
You give, you receive.
Kick clouds high. Let's hurt us now.
You're toast. Time for takeoff. Here we go. Nowhere to hide.
We'll meet again.
Don't blink.
Новый противник.
Nice and spicy.
Интересно.
The wind knows me.
Raise a storm. Where do you think you're going? Don't blink. Hey. With sword comes shadow.
Goodbye. But we'll meet again.
Награда старая за него. Точнее, за нее.
That's everything. On to the next.
Зато в сундуке много дали.
So you're the bad guy behind all this, aren't ya? Alright, tell Paimon everything you know!
I didn't act immediately when he showed up. Rather, he is not the primary instigator, but he is most likely one of the more important dealers here.
Yes, impressive. You certainly live up to your reputation, Sino. If I had any idea you were still around, I wouldn't have gotten so greedy.
Huh? Greedy? What do you mean by that?
Once everyone knew you were coming, all the canned knowledge dealers abandoned their goods and fled at once. Obvious. Since all the goods were just left here unsupervised, I thought I'd use the opportunity to come back and take what I could.
You must know who's manufacturing and selling the canned knowledge, correct?
No, I'll talk. But before that, perhaps we can take the conversation elsewhere? If we stay here, chances are that someone will see me with you.
All right. Where do you suggest we go?
How about my home in Aru Village? It should be safe there.
Fine. Let's head out. You can throw away the tracker now, traveler.
Listen, buddy, you better not try to trick us!
Такая важная Paimon.
Come on now. Do you really think I'd try to pull anything under Sino's watch? Seriously, what can I even do?
Надо подлечиться, поэтому чуть раньше прыгнем. Лампочка. Что это значит? Ладно, обойдусь. Да, Paimon слишком много на себя берет. Ничего не делает, только летает, кричит.
Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned.
Dad, you're back! Oh, we have guests?
This is my daughter, Seemin. She can be a little shy of strangers. Why don't you run along now, dear? Dad needs to talk with our guests.
Oh, okay.
Everyone knows Sino in our business, but let me ask, who are you two?
Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler!
To be honest, I really didn't expect to see Sino, the lone operator, working with any partners. When I saw the tracker start moving away, I assumed you had decided to just go back empty-handed. But even though you caught me, I'd still urge you to stop while you still can. You should abandon this investigation.
Why is that?
Everything from the manufacturing of canned knowledge to the sales and even splitting the profits. Every step of the process involves dozens, if not hundreds of people. Everyone will try their best to defend this industry that we've worked to build. It will be a long and difficult fight, even for you, Sino. And even if you manage to win in the end, no one will thank you.
If anything, you yourself might even feel remorse.
Everyone has their own reasons for what they do. I don't have to explain mine.
Here's some tea, Dad. And for the guests, too.
Right. I forgot to offer tea to our guests.
Don't mention it. And, I should tell you that our tea tastes kind of bitter, but I put some sugar in to make it a little tastier.
That's my girl. Do we still have any sugar left? If not, I'll buy some more next time.
Yes, we do. Okay. I'm gonna go have a rest now.
Didn't you say that everyone's in it for the massive profits? That sure doesn't seem to be the case for you.
Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. My daughter was born with a chronic disease, so she has a relatively weak heart and lungs. Even slightly strenuous exercise can cause her to faint and prove to be a life-threatening risk. That's why she never really had any friends to play with, and why she locks herself up in her room most of the time. As for me, I was just an average merchant. I would wake up early and travel all around to make a profit. But the Mora was still nowhere near enough. Until one day, someone reached out and showed me a way to really make a profit.
Selling canned knowledge?
That's right. With all the Mora I made, I could finally afford medical treatment for my daughter. There are many others like me. Smuggling canned knowledge might seem like an unforgivable crime to you, but to us, it's a means of survival. I wanted to tell you all this so that maybe you could understand and change your mind. Please, stay out of this, Sino.
Oh no. That means that if we prevent the sale of canned knowledge...
I must get to the truth. I can find someone to help treat your child, but I cannot turn a blind eye to the smuggling.
I somehow knew you would say that. But having your word to help my daughter is enough for me. You'll find some goods I received just recently. I think everything will become clear to you once you...
Whoa! Look at all of this!
Yes, all neatly packed away and organized in boxes. Small producers couldn't possibly support such a large quantity of goods. Could the academia have a hand in this? But
Huh? Look! These seem different from the other knowledge capsules we've seen. Maybe they contain knowledge about the Court of Desolation.
yes, that would make sense. Wait, what's this? Yes, it's a Matra seal, indicating that the goods have passed Matra inspection. I started to suspect that someone in the academia might be involved when I found the tracker earlier. But how they could ship so much canned knowledge out of the academia was still a mystery. The pieces have now all fallen into place. With this Matra seal, goods can leave the academia without undergoing a second inspection. No wonder they don't want me to investigate. It turns out that a Matra is behind this. Could I ask you for a favor, Traveler? Since all this canned knowledge came from the academia, then it's highly likely that the knowledge regarding the Court of Desolation... If we can enter the repository, we can find out who accessed these files. But, considering my current status, you'll need to be the one who checks the records. I'll write a...
Sure thing! Leave it to us!
I'll also keep working here in the meantime. Although our leads are all currently pointing to someone within the academia, it's obvious that they also have power outside of it. We can get more information on other dealers from Bahari. I'll stay here and make some preparations.
Hello, we meet again. How's the investigation going? Oh, so you were able to find Sino after all. I hope he's doing all right. I read the letter, and must admit that I hadn't expected things to be so serious. Sorry. Had I known it would be so dangerous, I never would have gotten you two involved.
It's alright. We wanted to help Sino too.
I can tell that he really trusts you. The research files stored away in the restricted repository are far from ordinary. Even I don't usually have authorization to enter, but with this letter from Sino, it shouldn't be a problem. That's right. Granted, the academia is very supportive when it comes to research. They encourage scholars to conduct all kinds of... However, some forms of research have proven to be so dangerous that the Matra have to step in and put a stop to them. But some information may be retained as a record to warn later researchers. Follow me, I'll show you. Hopefully, we'll find the answers that Sino is looking for.
The restricted repository. Sounds kinda dangerous. We'd better keep an eye out.
Okay, I understand. Since Sino is vouching for you, I suppose we can trust you. You may browse the information regarding the Court of Desolation. Ask me if you have any questions, but I'd suggest avoiding any other research files. Sometimes the less you know, the better.
Huh. So this is the restricted repository. I never thought I'd see the inside of it. This is a first for both you and me.
There are many who do not openly converse with others within the academia. But even so, there are very few who I feel could be trusted with a real secret. Even though he's no longer in the academia, I still trust him. And that goes for anyone he trusts as well. The files are over there. Just make it quick.
Whoa, there's a lot to read here. Have you found anything yet? Huh, it reminds Paimon of Sino's former partner.
His former partner? That would be Taj Radkani. But you're not far off. Mortada Radkani was Taj's only son.
What? Taj's son went to prison for researching the Court of Desolation?
Why do you sound so surprised? You're a Matra, aren't you?
It's just that they arrested him in secret, so it was never publicly known. All I knew was that Taj's son was taken to prison.
No. Unfortunately, there isn't. He took his own life not long after he went to prison. You've heard about Taj, right? I know Nabil has. Every Matra knows him. I would say he's probably pushing 50 this year, which makes him one of the most experienced Matra. He is a man of integrity and honesty, and he used to be Sino's only partner. Taj is also skilled with the polearm, so the two of them used to practice together when they weren't out on a mission.
Ah, right. I heard Sino mention that before. But one day, Taj suddenly decided to retire from active duty and I wonder if it had anything to do with the Mortada incident.
Taj was already very well known by the time Mortada was born. So when Mortada came to study at the Academia, everyone had high expectations of him. Then he had an unpleasant dispute with his father, but they were eventually able to work things out. Not long after they had reconciled, Mortada was caught studying the Court of Desolation. Taj arrested his son and put him behind bars. He begged for leniency, but Taj wouldn't agree. Shortly after, Mortada slit his own throat with the pieces of a broken bowl. Since then, Taj has been periodically coming to the repository. He'll hold the files from his son's research with a remorseful look on his face. I
had no idea that happened. That must be really hard for Taj. I've never heard him mention that to anyone.
That's awful. Paimon feels terrible now.
Wait, don't tell me you're starting to suspect Taj now. Impossible. Taj would never do that. I mean, yes, he does have a big reputation, but this is Taj we're talking about. He would never do anything against regulations.
But if you claim that the canned knowledge was originating from the Academia, then Taj is indeed a suspect. Because he was the only one who could have recently gone through research files about the Court of Desolation. There are so many files about those ruins that it would be difficult to restart any research, since the 7 original researchers were put behind bars. However, if the files were made into canned knowledge, they could be understood immediately. By doing so, one could restart the research outside the Academia without anyone ever noticing.
But even so...
According to the legends, the treasures inside the Court of Desolation could allow someone to see beyond life and death. Though I don't really believe Taj would ever try to do something like that. I'm just telling you what I know. Do you have any questions? If not, it'd be best if you would leave now.
Paimon's kinda confused. What should we do from here?
Oh, now that I think about it, Sino suspected that the canned knowledge was coming from within the Academia, right? There's no way so many boxes could ever get through without drawing any attention. Don't worry, Taj. I won't let your reputation be tarnished.
Alrighty then, let's go ask around.
Какой-то маленький архив.
Excuse me, have you seen any large shipments of goods leaving the Academia recently?
No, not that I'm aware of. Perhaps you could ask someone else?
Excuse me, have you seen any large shipments of goods leaving the Academia recently?
Huh. Well, yes, but isn't that pretty normal? The Academia consumes so many resources each day. Everything from cooking ingredients, raw materials, even equipment for experiments.
Right, but we're looking for shipments with a Matra seal. Have you seen any like that?
Заглядывает. Смотрит со спины на нас.
That I'm not too sure of. I normally wouldn't notice whether the goods have any seals or not. Maybe you should ask someone else.
Не, просто смотрит. Не на нас. Просто так голову повернула. И где? Сверху. Привет. А, вот он.
Excuse me. Have you seen any large shipments of goods leaving the academia recently?
Huh? Why do you ask?
I'm just checking to ensure nothing unusual has happened.
Well, I can't say it's unusual, but I did notice something. There's a Kashar researcher who's been making frequent shipments recently. When I asked him about it, he said they just contained a bunch of old worn-out machines. The Kashar used to often sell scrap machines to traveling merchants, so I didn't really think anything of it. But he's been making a lot of shipments lately. There weren't ever so many outdated machines before.
And you didn't find that suspicious?
Well, the boxes were stamped with a Matra seal. Why should I bother? Of course, I did start to wonder about the seal once, thinking that maybe a man named Taj came here and told me that he'd already inspected the goods personally and ordered me to leave the researcher alone.
Possible. There must be some sort of mistake. There's no way Taj would ever... No, I won't believe it. Taj is an honorable man. Someone must be trying to frame him. Wait, I know another Matra who works with Taj. I can ask him to let us speak with Taj.
Побежал. Подумал, братья-близнецы.
As I've already told you, I don't have any way to contact Taj. A few Eremites showed up looking for Taj yesterday, and he met with them in his office. I was standing outside of the door, and I vaguely heard them say, "Found." Before I realized it, the door opened, and Taj left with the group of them. I noticed that he had also changed into Eremite attire, but Taj didn't come to work today, so I've also started to feel a little concerned about the whole thing. If you'd like to speak with him, maybe you can try visiting his home.
A group of Eremites? Could Taj really be the one making all the canned knowledge?
No way. Taj is just like Sino. They're considered heroes among the Matra. There's no way that he would... Fine. Looks like there's no other choice.
Hey, don't let it get to you just yet. We'll get to the bottom of this once and for all.
Шесть минуток обязательно. Ой, блин, промазался.
So, this is Taj's
6 минут обязательных, но я немножечко дольше побуду.
There doesn't seem...
Well, what should we do then? Do we...
No. Wait, the door's unlocked. Did Taj leave in a hurry? Well, anyway, we're still not sure if he's the real culprit. Probably not a good idea to go in without permission. You're right. Even if we apply for a warrant now, we won't be able to do anything until tomorrow at the earliest. What's this?
It's a paper full of names written on it. Oh, and a map. Nabil, can you make any sense of this?
Yes. This is definitely Taj's. These are the transactions between Taj and some other people. From the look of the numbers, the whole operation involves more than 300 people, including dozens of celebrities. These are famous scholars? Merchants? I have a feeling that Sino might be unaware of what he's up against. There's no way anyone could face such a large organization on their own. You're right, that's just who he is. As for the map, it appears to indicate the location of the Court of Desolation. Let's take it to Sino and let him decide how to proceed. If Taj really has turned on his honor and committed these terrible acts, then I suspect that he might already be at the Court of Desolation as we speak. I don't want to suspect him, but I also don't know him very well. Maybe Sino will know what to do.
All right, we'll give these to Sino and see. Let's...
Крутое имя набил. Что набил? Кому набил?
Well, Sino, what do you make of it?
Taj. It's been a while since I last saw him. From what I remember, he is a straight-laced man. Although he would resort to extreme measures from time to time.
So do you think he's the one behind all this?
I'm still not sure. I cannot imagine how devastating the incident with Mortada was for him. Nor can I deny the possibility that people can change.
Кто набил? Я набил. Зачем набил? Да, под коня стрима пришел. Коне. Да и не особо коне. Да и ночью еще, по идее, ближе к полуночи будет стрим, но по фазме.
Whether it's out of love for his son or for other reasons, we have to see for ourselves to judge him. Or rather, that's right. It's clear that he had a hand in this case, yet he made no report of it. That's also why I need to see him. I must ask his reasoning and judge him myself. Time is ticking. Let's go.
Угу. Причем иногда все-таки говорит. Несколько реплик все-таки записали. Нет, назад. На тебя. Угу. Я пустыню не пылесосил. Пока. Мне его еще и Надзуму запылесосить. Так. Дендро, гидро и электро. Пум-пум.
For justice.
Так.
Just what will we come across this time?
Пойдет. Скорее всего, Сайна дадут. Но все равно пусики цен будет. О, Сайна.
So this is the Court of Desolation. Are there really any treasures buried here? Oh, Paimon's kind of nervous. Could it be dangerous?
Don't worry. Yep. Be safe with me.
Yahoo! Let me weave you.
Nowhere to run.
Look, these walls have definitely seen better days. Was there some sort of fight here? Let's keep going and see what we can find.
Переворачиваем комнаты.
Is it just Paimon? Or did that passageway just rotate? It's not gonna start moving again, is it? Either way, we should be careful.
Nowhere to hide.
Так и голова может закружиться.
A passage! Hopefully that's our way in. That eye seems to be staring right at us. This place gives Paimon the creeps. You go first.
Какие еще глаза? Еще не вижу никаких глаз. Ну что, еще раз перевернуть надо. Понятно. Интересно. Красиво сделали.
Rain outlines your face. Let's play. Scatter.
Nowhere to run. Judgment is upon you. Guilty. You stand condemned.
Sino. It's been some time since I've seen you last. I trust you are doing well. Seeing that you've made it all the way here, you must be on the cusp of wrapping up your investigation, I presume. Even faster than I expected.
That's right. This case is nearly closed. But the most important answer still eludes me. Was it all your doing? Smuggling the canned knowledge?
Yes, it was me.
Then explain why.
That's the difficult part. Let's just say I've changed. I've become a selfish coward who only wants to pursue his own interests.
I find that hard to believe.
Oh, really? Way I see it, every person will end up like me sooner or later.
Да тут все могут говорить с закрытым ртом, так что это уже не шок. Это норма.
When you're young, you press forward, unattached, living solely for the justice in your heart. But as you begin to age, you start to become more cautious. I was the same. I never questioned my actions until Murtada died. I could feel the justice that I once strived to uphold slowly crumbling in my heart. I was completely dedicated to all that I did, but as I grew older, I found myself feeling alone, miserable.
Хотя же игра на китайском.
What it feels like to not have the
Игра
will to
китайская.
live, but
Видимо,
not be able to
под-китайски
die.
сделано все хорошо. Что они всегда рот открывают, когда надо. А под другие языки не адаптированы. Вот и выходит.
Murtada was sent to prison by my own hands. I set myself on this painful path. My son hated me till the day he died, and now I must live with that pain and regret. I failed him as a father. But now I have a chance to make it right. A chance to reunite with him. The Court of Desolation. Here lies the key to overcoming life and death. The power.
So, did you already find what you needed here?
See this door behind me? Behind it lies the treasures that I seek. I'm so close, Sino. If only you hadn't arrived now, I could already have...
Enough conjecture. What has happened is already part of the past. You cannot bring the dead back to life. In the end, the treasures you seek are nothing but myths and legend.
Since you're so sure, why don't you just let me open the door and see then?
No. I sense danger behind that door. There will be dire consequences the moment you open it.
I beg you, as an old partner, can you let me fulfill my last wish just this once? Surely you get it by now. Doing your job without mercy will only drive people away from you. I'm the prime example.
I don't overthink things. If there is only one way for me to defend my principles, then that is the path I will take.
Seems there's no convincing you. All right then. Let's see if your polearm skills have improved at all. This power is mine.
Ring cutter. Here we go. Propagate. Germinate.
I will set things right no matter what it costs.
Think you can get away? Scatter. Cut to the chase. Speed of light. Hey!
Your strength.
You feel it, don't you?
I'm stronger than you remember. I gained new power when I entered the Court of Desolation. This is only a taste of it. Once I open the door behind me, this power will be complete. Even life and death will have no grip on me.
Uh-oh. We have to stop this guy!
I won't let you open that door.
I wouldn't be so sure. I'm afraid it won't be easy to stop me now that you're injured. Or are you ready to sacrifice your life for this?
I'll do what I have to.
I still remember when we first became partners. You were always charging forward and putting your life on the line. Even after all this time, you still haven't changed.
You haven't changed either. You left that list of names and map in your house on purpose. All of this was just part of the act you were putting on. What happened just now was also part of your plan. I had my suspicions from the beginning, but I couldn't be sure until we fought. If he really had changed, your fighting style wouldn't be as it was before.
Huh? What do you mean, Sino?
He never planned on opening the door. His true intention was...
What's happening?
Seems our time is running short. Let me make this quick then. After Mortada died, my spirit was crushed. For a long time, I was hoping this reality was just some terrible nightmare. I hoped that is when I was approached by someone who wished to collaborate and find the Court of Desolation together. I did some investigation of my own and discovered they were part of a massive organization. People from every walk of life are involved. They are relentless in their search, pouring countless mora into secret research, even sacrificing lives. And
no wonder banning the research wasn't enough. A full-scale operation was already in motion.
I'm a flesh and blood human like anyone else, so I obviously hesitated and considered it. The thought of bringing my son back tugged at my heart, but in the end, I came to my senses. I knew I suddenly came to a realization amidst my suffering. The Court of Desolation, a place that once drove people to tragedy, was still doing so even centuries later. As long as this place exists, people will recklessly seek it out, just as Mortada did, generation after generation, regardless of the cost. Let it be buried beneath the sand forever. Once the Court of Desolation is gone, there will no longer be anyone obsessed with seeking it out. That's right. I acted as if I had abandoned my convictions just so that they would cooperate without raising any suspicion. But that wasn't enough. I needed someone I could trust to bring the organization to justice. The academia forbids the research of the Court of Desolation, so they would never approve my plan in the first place. To add to the problem, the organization is so powerful that they even have members working within the academia.
So, you pretended to be the one behind all this, as a test for me.
Yes. I'm sorry, but now I am assured. You haven't changed at all. You are still as you always were, fearless. Anyway, this place is collapsing. You must leave.
Wait! Aren't you leaving too? There are still loads of bad guys to catch outside!
His fate is already sealed. There is no life left inside him. He is like a candle with no more wick to burn. You planned it all from the very beginning, didn't you? Risking being treated as a traitor to collaborate with them. Sacrificing your own life to open and destroy the Court of Desolation.
Regardless, I made a grave mistake by allowing the smuggling and the research of this place. I was always so busy with work that I never made time to fulfill Mortada's wishes. Finding this place was his biggest wish. Since I'll be reuniting with him here, I can only hope he won't have anything more to hold against me. I'll leave all those people on the list to you. Sorry, for all the trouble I've caused.
There's nothing to be sorry for. We are partners. If you see Mortada, send him my greetings. Goodbye, old friend.
Хороший перевод, правда? Прощай, старый друг, а тут перевод. Идем, путешественник.
Dad, why are they so strict with me? I'm always the only one who gets in trouble.
Just leave me alone! Don't worry, I won't damage your precious reputation.
Alright, Dad. Let's start over. By the way, I finally found an area of research I wish to pursue. Why can't you show even a little leniency? Why?
Because we are Matra.
The Court of Desolation has...
Just as Taj said, that place had caused too many disasters and tragedies. Being buried in quicksand is its rightful end. To them, as long as there's Mora to be made, they will disregard the Academia's rules. Their only goal is to make massive profits off of dangerous research. Taj may have set them back with the Court of Desolation. That's an opportunity that I will not let them have.
We'll help too.
Thank you, but you've already done enough. Just leave the rest to me. I will bring them to justice myself. Besides, I promised you that I would sweep away any potential danger. So, that's what I'm going to do.
4 дня. Так, смотрим. Значит, тут просто поменялся немножечко ландшафт. Боссов никаких не добавилось. Ждем 4 дня. Так. И еще 2 дня.
We meet again. Thank you so much for all your help.
Nabil, what are you doing here?
Convicts from the desert are being escorted through Caravan Ribat, so I'm here to keep an eye on things. This should be the last group of them, so I'll be heading back to the Academia once they're cleared. The last few days have been quite the ride, but fortunately, I can say with confidence that this case is finally coming to an end. At first, the mercenary groups on the list were putting up quite a fight. They made several desperate attempts to cover up the truth. However, word is that someone crossed the desert and took out their main camp overnight. After that, people on the list started to put pressure on the higher-ups within the Academia. Everyone was on edge, and the case came to a standstill.
And? Then what happened?
Well, Then we received word that Taj Rudkani had sacrificed himself on the case. The Matra then moved together against the enemy. We cleared out the traitors from within the academia and arrested all the researchers on the list. Some of them managed to get out of the academia, but still failed to escape. The scattered criminals were captured all across Sumeru by the mysterious person who had defeated the mercenary groups. I even heard that someone was about to escape to Fontaine, but was still apprehended just at the border. Having more than 300 prisoners apprehended for interrogation has definitely shaken things up recently.
So that's the end of it. Catching everyone on the list means no more smuggling canned knowledge and no more victims. It was a lot of work, but Paimon thinks we accomplished something big.
That's right. Thanks again for your assistance. As for the mysterious person who hit the mercenary camp, that must be Sino, right? He's the only one I can think of who could accomplish such a feat. Speaking of which, have you been in touch with Sino these days? I think I just saw him when I was on watch nearby. He was walking with someone I didn't recognize, and then before I knew it, they were nowhere to be seen. If you happen to see him, please send my regards.
Sure thing, Nabil. You be careful too. Don't let any of those bad guys escape.
Don't worry about me. If anything happens, you can find me at the Academia anytime.
Trying to single-handedly bring 300 people to justice must feel pretty exhilarating. But I can assure you this is certainly not the best solution.
I'm aware. However, I learned something unexpected during interrogation. Apparently, someone had enticed Murtada Radkani into becoming interested in researching the Court of Desolation. Murtada had lived in his father's shadow all his life. Naturally, he wanted to conduct research that would seem groundbreaking and significant. After Murtada died, the organization tried to use Taj's shame regarding his son to add him to their ranks, toying with others' minds, treating lives like dirt, and doing anything for their own interests.
Fine, I understand. This is a type of trap I've been working on which uses plants. Here, take some just in case you need them next time. If thrown into the mud, the trap will grow rapidly and disperse a pollen that has a paralyzing effect. I don't have much use for the traps these days, but maybe you will and can help me collect more testing data.
Sino! Tainari! Oh, so Tainari must be who Nabil saw earlier. Are you also here to see Sino?
That's right. Sino asked me to collect some medicinal herbs to treat a girl named Simin. I also dropped by just to check for any injuries. He seems to be fine physically, but he looks a little more lonely than I remember. And Sino, relax. You don't always have to look so serious, you know? Why don't you play more Genius Invocation TCG? Kale has always been a little wary of you, and you're...
How is Kale these days?
She's grown a bit taller, but her grades could use some improvement. She still made many mistakes on her last test, even after I had marked all the important content in the book for her. Her condition seems to be improving lately, so I plan on having her go outside more. It just so happens that I have something she can help me with.
Huh? You mean Kale is leaving a video forest? What happened?
I've asked her to host some ad hoc lectures to teach the dangers of canned knowledge, as well as how to use it safely.
Привет. Нормально. Жить можно.
Although we've apprehended all the criminals behind the recent smuggling case, there are many people who are still curious and seek after canned knowledge. So I decided to ask her to work on increasing knowledge and awareness on the topic. Please be sure to keep an eye on her.
I will.
If anything else happens, the three of you can find me in the Avidya forest.
Да нет, нормально.
Take care.
I've already caught those who were preparing to attack you in secret. Even if some criminals did slip through our fingers, they wouldn't know that you were involved in the case.
But what about you, Sino?
It's still not time for me to rest yet. Those who died have fulfilled their wishes, but those who are alive must continue pressing forward.
Да, могу.
I've been thinking about what Taj said in the Court of Desolation these last few days. His words were not empty. People do change. I just hope my own change will come slowly, so that I can press on a little further. That way, those who see me as their superior, and those who are following in my footsteps, will learn courage from my example, just as I gained courage from my own superiors, and my partner. I'll be fine. I'm also enjoying my chat with you right now, you know? There are many things I feel better about once I start to talk about them. Many people want to go to the desert to offer condolences for Taj. But I didn't share details with anyone. One day, I'll gather some flowers that grow in arid desert conditions. And then, I was hoping you'd join me in planting them on the remains of the Court of Desolation. By the way, a merchant approached me and requested that I cover the cost of a desert travel kit. 1,250,000 mora. I didn't remember owing anyone mora, especially not that kind of amount. Do you know anything about this?
Nope. My man has no idea what that could be.
Дори посадили. Так, смотрим. Еще одна мелодия. Не понял, а его нету, что ли? А куда он попал? Ага. Надо будет исследовать. Нормально. Какой лук? 4 звезды. Не знаю такой. Хороший лук, мне нравится. Где его достать? Где он был? Какой-то ивент? Так, Камаюми я запишу. Камаюми. Я такого не слышал. Мне бы пригодился. Так, значит, Тигнари и Мону не чекать. Хорошо, не буду. Пойдет, что не так? Про Мону ничего сказать не могу, у меня нет Моны. Лишние 3 предмета. Вот это и вот это не нужно. И книга слишком сильно перекачана. Надо было поменьше. О, еще оружейку крутишь. Эх. Мне не хватает на оружейку. Пока хэштег. Так. Какой доп стат? Скорость восстановления энергии. Неплохо вкачано. Крит урон. Защиты многовато. Ну даже так нормально. Из боевого пропуска. Часто боевые пропуски покупаешь.
Ow! Where did that come from?
Блин, тоже надо хп, нет? И бездна на 12.3. Неплохо. Что могу сказать? У меня хуже. Один с 3 бездны мой максимум. Так. Да не, когда-нибудь сам пройду. Два дня еще есть. Буду еще 2 дня копить. Здесь я закончил.
By the way, something strange happened a few days ago. A merchant approached me and requested that I cover the cost of it. I didn't remember owing anyone. Do you know any?
Сколько? Еще мы долго ждать. Это пока не буду открывать. Эта метка зачем? Как-нибудь сплаваю сюда, узнаю, зачем эта метка. Может быть, просто так потом удалю.
This realm is truly...
If you ever...
This realm is...
Да ничего особо не происходит. Заканчиваю стрим потихонечку. Перелетные птицы. Так, и флажки рыбки.
This realm is...
Почему тут вручную приходится искать? Нельзя в поиск вбить. Нету. Если нету, значит они куплены. Если куплены, они где-то там. Или их надо найти.
If you ever...
Башки рыбки на Цуруми. Где же физически-то находится этот сундук? Привет. Ну, посмотреть могу, но это много не даст. Так. И подсказать особо хорошо тоже не смогу. Так. Недавно, а я-то вкачан. Нормально. Ага. Хорошо бы, наверное, еще силу атаки немного повысить, а так все нормально.
This realm is...
I can't wait any longer!
Sounds good to me.
Race you! Nice ace, but...
One with nature. Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering?
О, сразу же нужные флажки повыпали.
This realm is... If you ever...
Так, ну на этом все получается. Ближе к полуночи будет стрим по плазме. А сейчас всем пока. До скорых встреч.